Hello and welcome to Daily Prelims Practice. Here we take up MCQs based on important articles and news from the Hindu and the Indian Express newspaper. Topics which we are going to cover today are displayed on your screen. Let's begin the discussion. Let's start our session with the first question, which is based on this news article from the Hindu newspaper, and this news featured on page number 10. This news is about various facets related to the personality rights as the Delhi High Court recently passed an interim order to prevent the unlawful use of Bollywood star Amitabh Bachchan's name, image and voice. Now, as you know, UPSC has been asking questions based on evolution, features, amendments, significant provisions and the basic structure of the Indian Constitution. Like this question came in year 2020 and this question is based on basic structure and judicial review. Now let's come to the practice question. In reference to protection of life and personal liberty, the American expression of due process of law was introduced in the Gopalan case of 1950. Now, to find out whether this statement is right or wrong, you should know about what is Gopalan case. In Gopalan case of 1950, Supreme Court has taken narrow interpretation of Article 21. It held that protection under Article 21 is available only against arbitrary executive action and not against arbitrary legislative action, thus sticking to the expression procedure established by law in Article 21. However, in Menka Gandhi case 1978, the Supreme Court overruled its judgment and took a wider interpretation of the Article 21. It opined that a person can be deprived of his rights under Article 21 by a law, provided the procedure prescribed by that law is reasonable, fair and just, thus introducing American expression that is due process of law. So with this, our first statement is incorrect. Now let's come to the second statement. Protection of personality rights comes under the right to privacy or property. Now this statement is correct, as personality rights refer to the right of a person to protect his or her personality under the right to privacy or property. These rights are important to celebrities as their names, photographs or even voices can easily be misused in various advertisements by different companies to boost their sales. So this statement is correct. Now let's come to the third statement. Under common law jurisdiction, personality rights fall into the realm of the tort of passing off. Now to find out whether this statement is correct or incorrect, you should know what is personality rights. Now personality rights are different from publicity rights. Personality rights consist of two types of rights. First is right of publicity, or the right to keep one image and likeness from being commercially exploited without permission or contractual compensation, which is similar but not identical to the use of trademark. And the second is right to privacy, or the right to not have one personality represented publicly without permission. However, under common law jurisdiction, publicity rights fall into the realm of tort of passing, not personality rights. So with this, our third statement is incorrect. And here we are supposed to find out the incorrect statements. So our correct answer is C, that is 1 and 3 only. Answer of this PYQ is option B, that is 2 only. Now our next question is based on this article which appeared on page 12 in the Hindu newspaper. According to this article, 10 central trade unions decided to hold a convention of various unions and federations on January 3rd, that is Martyrs' Day, in the national capital to decide on a course of action, including a proposal to go on an indefinite strike against the policies of the centre. Now as you can see that this article is not directly related to your prelims examination, but historical aspects of trade union is important for your prelims examination, as UPSC has been asking question based on movement of the working class. Like this question based on Factories Act 1881 came in year 2017. Now let's come to the practice question. Here you are supposed to find out the correct statements with respect to All India Trade Union Congress. The first statement is, it was founded as a counter force to the Swadeshi movement. Now if you can recall that Swadeshi movement was launched in year 1905 and it was a direct fallout of the decision of the British Indian government to partition Bengal. And All India Trade Union Congress was founded on October 31, 1920. And Lala Lajpat Rai was elected as the first president. Also, Lala Lajpat Rai was the first to link capitalism with imperialism. According to him, imperialism and militarism are the twin children of capitalism. So with this, our second statement, that is anti-capitalism was the basic ideology of the union, is correct. Now let's come to the third statement. Gandhi philosophy of non-violence, trusteeship and class collaboration had great influence on the movement. Now this statement is correct, as in the beginning, All India Trade Union Congress was influenced by social democratic ideas of the British Labour Party. However, later on, the Gandhian philosophy of non-violence, trusteeship and class collaboration had great influence on the movement. So with this, our correct answer is option B, that is 2 and 3 only, as first statement is incorrect. Answer of this PYQ is option B, that is 2 only. Our next question is based on this article from the Indian Express, and according to this article, as many as 100 monuments across the country will be illuminated with the G20 logo and its colors for 7 days as India takes over the presidency of the international groupings. UNESCO World Heritage Sites is important for your prelims examination, as UPSC has been asking questions based on the same. Like this question came in year 2021 on Chauset Yogini Temple. Now let's come to the practice question. Here you are supposed to find out the incorrect statements with respect to given UNESCO World Heritage Sites. The first statement is, the Brideshwara Temple at the Gangaikonda Cholapuram was built by Chola King Rajaraja II. This statement is incorrect, as this temple was built for Lord Shiva by Rajendra I and not by Rajaraja II. Also, the temple has sculptures of exceptional quality. The bronze of Bhogasakti and Subramanya are masterpieces of Chola metal icons. The Saurpita or the solar altar or the lotus altar with 8 deities is considered auspicious. Now let's come to the second statement. The Sun Temple at Konark was built during the reign of Narasimha Deva I of Eastern Ganga dynasty. Now, the Sun Temple is an exceptional testimony in physical form to the 13th century Hindu kingdom of Odisha under the reign of Narasimha Deva I of Eastern Ganga dynasty in 1250 AD. So with this, our second statement is correct. Now let's come to the third statement. Nalanda Mahavira was founded by Skandagupta of the Gupta dynasty. Now this statement is incorrect, as Nalanda Mahavira was founded by Kumaragupta I of the Gupta dynasty in the 5th century CE and not by Skandagupta. It was patronized by various rulers including King Harshvardhana of Kannauj and the Pala rulers, as well as various scholars. So here we are supposed to find out the incorrect statements. So our correct answer is option C, that is 1 and 3 only. Answer of this PYQ is option C, that is 1 and 4. Now our next question is based on this article from the Indian Express, and this article is important as recently Reserve Bank of India has announced the launch of India's much awaited central bank digital currency, a sort of official cryptocurrency for retail users. The pilot mission will initially cover the 4 major cities of Mumbai, New Delhi, Bangalore and Bhubaneswar, where customers and merchants will be able to use the digital rupee or e-Rupee. Now you should know that UPSC has been asking repeated questions on recent technological advancement. Like this question came in year 2017 about Unified Payments Interface, that is UPI. Now let's come to the practice question. Consider the following statements regarding Central Bank Digital Currency, that is CBDC. The first statement is, it is a legal tender issued by the RBI in digital form, and hence it will be different from the fiat currency. Now, CBDC is a legal tender issued by RBI in digital form. So this information is correct, but it is the same as fiat currency and not different. So this information is incorrect. You should know that only its form is different. It is not paper like physical cash. It is a fungible legal tender for which holders need not have a bank account. So first statement is incorrect. Now let's come to the second statement. E-Rupee will not be representing any claim on the central bank. Now again this statement is incorrect, as e-Rupee will be in the form of a digital token representing a claim on the central bank and will effectively function as the digital equivalent of a banknote that can be transferred electronically from one holder to another. Further, a token CBDC is a bearer instrument like a banknote, meaning whoever holds the tokens at a given point in time will be presumed to own them. So here both these statements are incorrect, so our correct answer is option D, neither 1 nor 2. Answer of this PYQ is option A. Now our next question is based on this article from the Hindu newspaper, and this news is featured on page number 6. The article says that Tamil Nadu governor likely to give assent to a bill on online gambling after getting doubts cleared. Now as you know, UPSC has been asking questions based on constitutional positions like governor, as this question came in year 2014 about the discretionary powers given to the governor of a state. Now we have already covered important aspects related to governor in our previous DPP sessions, and today once again we have curated this question based on other important aspects of governor. The first statement of this question is, money bill is presented to the governor, he may either give his assent, withhold his assent, or return the bill for consideration of the state legislature. Now as you know that money bill, after it is passed by state legislature, whether unicameral or bicameral, is presented to the governor for his assent. And governor has three alternatives. The first one is that he may give his assent to the bill. Then the bill becomes an act. Second option is that he may withhold his assent to the bill and the bill then ends and does not become an act. Third option is he may reserve the bill for the consideration of the president. But governor cannot return a money bill for the reconsideration of the state legislature. So with this, our first statement is incorrect. And also you should know that money bills can be introduced in the state legislature only with prior recommendation of governor. Now let's come to the second statement. Governor constitutes a finance commission after every 5 years to review the financial position of the panchayats and the municipalities. This statement is correct, as governor constitutes a finance commission to review the financial position of the panchayats and the municipalities. But you should also know that president constitutes a finance commission to recommend the distribution of revenues between the center and the states. So here we are supposed to find the correct statement. So our answer is option B, that is 2 only. Answer of this PYQ is option B, that is 1 and 3 only. Now let's come to the last question, which is based on this article from the Indian Express, and this news is featured on page number 17. According to this article, in view of the changing needs of the insurance sector, a comprehensive review of the legislative framework, that is Insurance Act 1938 and RDA Act 1999 governing the sector, has been done in consultation with RDAI and industry. Now you should know that regulatory bodies is important for your prelims examination, like this question based on T-Board came in year 2022. Now let's come to the practice question. Here you are supposed to find out the correct statements with respect to IRDAI, that is Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India. The first statement is, it is a statutory body under the jurisdiction of Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Now this statement is incorrect, as IRDAI is a regulatory body under the jurisdiction of Ministry of Finance and tasked with regulating and licensing the insurance and reinsurance industries in India. And also it was constituted by the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority Act 1999. That means it is a statutory body. The agency's headquarters are in Hyderabad, Telangana. So with this, our second statement is correct. The headquarters of IRDAI is situated in Hyderabad. Further, the IRDAI is a 10-member body including the chairman, 5 full-time and 4 part-time members appointed by the Government of India. So here our correct answer is option B, that is 2 only. Answer of this PYQ is option D, that is 1 and 4 only. That's all for today. Stay tuned for more such updates.